This?
Right.
Come here. All right.
Selfie primer, how do I vote?
Oh, probably yes. Good morning, everyone. Morning, I guess midday. Well, it's been a long morning, but it's thank you for hosting us inside. That's lovely. It's very nice to be in here. I don't have to yell quite as much, and we can stay a little bit warmer.
Much more civilized.
It's much more civilized. My name is Kara McElhone. I'm the director of the Children's Advocacy Center, and I'm really very much appreciate having this opportunity to have you all here together so we can read the proclamation that April is Child Abuse Prevention and Awareness Month. We are so grateful for the partnership with Hadley, both of our law enforcement, our schools, and in fact, the library here. We're hosting a prevention event later today. So, this community really steps up for kids, and we are very grateful for all of your work on behalf of children and families in our community. It is my honor to introduce one of my board members, Linda Pisano, who's got a few things to say about the work of the Children's Advocacy Center.
Settle in, it's just a few words. Nationally, it's expected that 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys will experience sexual abuse before they reach the age of 18. In 2024 alone, there was over 20,000 confirmed cases of child abuse just here in Massachusetts. As you heard, my name is Linda Pisano, and I'm on the board of directors for the Children's Advocacy Center, or CAC, of Hampshire County. We are here today to make a proclamation in honor of April being Child Abuse Awareness Month. Thank you to Hadley, not only for having this event, but for having it indoors. Jennifer, Sandra, James, wherever you are, please let her know I thank her for this. The proclamation is not just a symbolic act. It has a very intentional purpose. Child abuse often happens behind closed doors. Publicly making a proclamation is a public reminder that child abuse exists everywhere, even in places like Hadley, which feel very safe. It brings the hidden problem out into the open. It shows a community commitment. It says we stand with children. We take their safety seriously. And it sends a message to survivors that they are seen, believed, and supported. Before having the honor of serving on the CAC board, I had the honor of being an assistant district attorney for 30 years, many of those years with District Attorney David Sullivan. Most of my time as an assistant district attorney was spent investigating and prosecuting child abuse. As such, I'm aware of how important and difficult interagency collaboration and community support is to keeping kids safe. Fortunately, Hampshire County is up for the task, starting with the highly trained law enforcement to the incredibly talented Child Protection Unit at the District Attorney's Office, to Child Protective Services, and the amazing staff at the Children's Advocacy Center, led by Kara McElhone, yeah, that name. Kara Smith. It is interagency partnerships that create a lifeline for children who have experienced abuse. Before I tell you about some of the critical services provided by the CAC, I want to start off by thanking those people who have been an integral part to the success of the CAC here in Hadley. Acting Hadley Town Administrator, Mike Mason. Overachiever Hadley Police Chief, Mike Mason. The Hadley Select Board, including Jane Nevinsmith, yes. And I want to give a special shout out to Jennifer Sandra James, District Attorney David Sullivan, Representative Omar Gomez, State Senator Joe Comerford, and BACA, Bikers Against Child Abuse, who make it to all our events. The CAC has a two-pronged approach to child abuse. The first prong is providing services for abused children and their families to help them heal from their abuse. The second prong is to work to prevent child abuse from even happening in the first place. So, in addition to medical and therapeutic counseling it provides, the CAC's outreach programs provide education to young adults regarding online safety, consent, healthy relationships, and body safety. The CAC is also training Hampshire adults to help keep children safe and how to respond to abuse concerns. A somewhat newer program rolled out by the CAC in conjunction with local law enforcement and schools is called Handle with Care. For towns with this program in place, first responders, without giving any details, give a child's educator a quiet heads up that the child has either been a victim of or has been a witness to a traumatic event. This way, the child's educator can give that child extra patience and emotional support the next day. In other words, handle that child with care. To those of you in the audience who do this difficult work, thank you. You see and hear things that most people can't nor want to imagine. You carry the weight of children's pain and trauma, and yet you show up every day to offer them safety, healing, and justice. As members of the community, we are deeply grateful for your commitment and sacrifice. Whether you're part of the team that investigates and prosecutes child abuse, are supporting and promoting the mission of the CAC, or just being a trusted adult in a child's life, we each have a role to play in helping prevent child abuse. So thank you for working together to make Hampshire County a safer place for every child. Next, I'd like to introduce Chief Mike Mason, followed by District Attorney David Sullivan. We did, which is why I'm calling you up here.
So I want to thank Linda as sarcastically as possible. So I just want to echo everything that she just said. Without the work of the folks that are in this room, as well as the folks at the DA's office, we wouldn't be able to do the good work that we do. As a police officer for 20-something years, I've unfortunately seen the law enforcement side of child abuse, as well as many of my officers and detectives here in the room. My wife worked for the child abuse unit with Linda
Amazing.
for several years, and learning and seeing the other side of things is really striking, and it's a very difficult thing to deal with. So all the credit goes to the folks that deal with these horrific crimes, and I'm just very thankful for our partnership.
See, you did all right. District Attorney Sullivan.
I want to thank everybody for being here today. This is just an incredible show of support, and it really indicates the most important thing that a child needs in their life, and that's community, and that's support from their trusted adults. And it says so much about who you are as a community, but what you want to see for your kids. You want a safe, vibrant upbringing. And tragically, some kids don't have that there's abuse in their life and they've been traumatized. But thank goodness we have a community response. We have the CAC led by Kara and her team that do wonderful work, not only on the prevention side, but on the healing side, that they have therapeutic services. They have a PD SANE nurse. They have those things that a kid needs in their life and then can address that trauma and move on. And we also have an incredible team at the district attorney's office. Many of them are here today that work with these children. Yes, they try to provide the healing, but also to provide justice for them, that they have had those terrible things happen to them. But holding those offenders accountable is so important, that we make sure that those kids get justice. And I can't say enough about BACA, the Bikers Against Child Abuse. They stand with these children so that they can have that voice in court. How intimidating, how scary that is for an adult. But then we think about a child, a young person having to face that accuser. And thank goodness we have not only them, but our law enforcement and our team at the DA's office that help them step forward and say what happened and hold those offenders accountable. I want to thank the Hadley Police Department led by Chief Mason. And Chief Mason has provided the guidance for this police force that really steps up and works as a team with our office, with the CAC. and also with DCF, because DCF does incredible work. I don't know if there's any of the social workers here today, but what they do day in and day out is just heart-wrenching. And they deal with neglect, but they also deal with abuse. So I just want to thank them for doing that. And again, to the Board of Selectmen, to the library trustees, we're very, very thankful for providing such a great space, but also really supporting your communities and keeping them vibrant. So without further ado, I want to address a person that's really supported our CAC from the moment he stepped into his position as state representative. He's just a passionate advocate for children and families, and Representative Omar Gomez. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, DA Sullivan. I just want to say again, thank you to everybody, but especially to Cara and her team for everything they've been doing for so many years. The CAC is doing a really important job. Something, a job that we cannot ignore, right? We don't realize that situation like these ones can happen even in our house with our own children's, right? So thank you for everything you've been doing. Thank you, DA Sullivan, for the great team that you have. That's why it's so important to choose the right leaders because you have a great team. And that team is one of the most wonderful team they've been working with for children's. And that's really important. And for the community, the police department, thank you for everything what you guys doing with to protecting the children's. Just a few seconds ago, just a little children came to the room, right? That's the main idea. Prevention, prevention, prevention to those kids. We need it. What a great place, at least for me, to finish this tour of the flags in this location, because the other ones, I'm not going to criticize a lot because I love East Hampton and I love South Hadley. But this is a special place because in this special place, a lot of children come here to get some services. And the idea of prevention in this place out of the park. Again, thank you. I been committed since day number one to get funds for protecting our children. I'm going to be advocating not just for the second Hampshire. I'm going to advocate for the whole Commonwealth. It's about time that we protect our children, and it's now. We're living in tough situations. It's never a tough situation to protect our children. Again, thank you. Thank you. Clara?
And then now the proclamation.
Whereas every child is entitled to be loved, cared for, secure, and protected from verbal, sexual, emotional, and physical abuse, exploitation, and neglect, and whereas over 2,200 local children have received services for abuse at the Children's Advocacy Center of Hampshire County since 2006, and whereas, by strengthening families and providing safe, stable, and nurturing environments that are free from violence, abuse, and neglect, opportunities are created for children's growth and success, ensuring a secure future for our communities where the needs of children are a priority and the needs of families are met. And whereas, preventing child abuse and neglect is a community responsibility that depends on partnerships created among families, social service agencies, schools, faith communities, civic organizations, law enforcement agencies, and the business community. Whereas each April, the town of Hadley and other supporters of the Children's Advocacy Center of Hampshire County ask the public to join in outreach efforts to reduce and prevent child abuse. Now, therefore, we, the Select Board, hereby proclaim that April 2026 will be known as Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month in the town of Hadley. We ask all citizens to increase their participation in efforts to prevent child abuse, thereby strengthening the community in which we live. Randy Iser, Chair, David Phil, Jane Nevin-Smith, Amy Parsons, Molly Keegan.
Thank you all for spending some time with us today. Before you leave, it would be wonderful if we get a photo.
You get to be front and center.
Okay. Where do you want?